What's good, everyone? Welcome to EMGM Sports. This is your boy Enzo. This is the post-match reaction. England versus Slovenia. England finished top of the group with 5 points. Again, another unconvincing performance, but they're through to the last 16. And by finishing top of the group, they avoid the other side of the draw, which has Spain, France, Germany, Portugal. So England have got the slightly easier side of the draw, which is very favorable for them. Do you know what I mean? Even though they were unconvincing, but a bit of luck on their side. This is Enzo, Match Day Reaction, EMGM Sports. Let's go. Even after some poor performances, England topped the group and finished in a favorable side of the draw. Do you know what I mean? Which means in the last 16, they'll probably most likely get either the Netherlands or but they might even get Belgium. You know, these are actually thinking about it. These are not easy games. The Netherlands, they're always strong. They're strong. They're strong. Do you know what I mean? Even though they're not firing on all cylinders and they lost 3-2 against Austria, but it's the Netherlands. It's, you know, they always show up. You know, the European giants. Belgium again, golden generation. They've missed a few opportunities to win tournaments themselves, just like England. They've had all the players, but they just haven't been able to do it. So if Belgium were to finish third, they could play England. Do you know what I mean? But then you go other teams there: Georgia, Romania, Albania, Turkey. Those other teams can also face England as well. So, but looking at England, yeah, the way they've played, the performances, I'm not really too convinced. You know, they're just gonna, you know, breeze through those teams. This any of them teams that will give England a hard game. So, you know, it's up to Gareth Southgate now to sit down with his staff, work on the training ground, and work out a way for England to be more positive and for England to control games much better. Like the game tonight, Slovenia had moments in that game where they kept the ball, they were moving England around, and they created a few dangerous, nervy moments for England, but overall, it wasn't a great performance. The only thing I can say is the second half was a bit more better when Cole Palmer came in, you know, when Kobe Mainoo came on, when even Gordon, he came on with about 5 minutes left. I don't know why you put him on that late. But when Gordon came on, you know, he all of a sudden wanted to run past the defender. So some positives towards the end of the match. I'm still not, you know, totally convinced with Gareth Southgate and his substitutions, and when he makes them, I just feel like he should make them substitutions a bit more quicker. Do you know what I mean? I give him credit. Tonight he did get Conor Gallagher off at halftime and pull Kobe Mainoo on, so that kind of changed the game. You can see that Kobe Mainoo controlled the ball a lot more. Do you know what I mean? Kept possession. I didn't really agree with the Gallagher for Trent kind of replacement, where you had in the first two games you had Trent Alexander-Arnold. You know, that didn't really work out, let's be honest. You know, he didn't work out, but putting in Gallagher for this game against Slovenia, I just feel like that was a negative move, simply because against Slovenia it's all about control. They were gonna always have a low block, so you need a midfield of playmakers, people that can pass the ball, keep the ball. Conor Gallagher is one of them guys, and an industrial guy. Do you know what I mean? He's gonna run around, he's gonna put his body on the line. Do you know what I mean? He's got a bunch of energy. In this game, England actually didn't need no energy. So going with Conor Gallagher first half, I think Southgate himself quickly realized that it wasn't working. Hence why he put on Kobe Mainoo in the second half. So that's some positives there for Gareth Southgate. But again, the overall balance of the team is just not there, especially in the left-hand side. Trippier is a right-footed player playing on the left side of the on the left side, and he always cutting back. You know, for the first time, I think in this tournament, I've seen Kylian Trippier actually put in a cross. I think he put in like 2 crosses today, and that's the most I've seen him do, because what he does is he never overlaps. So when Foden's got the ball, there's no overlap from Kieran Trippier. He's always standing there. By the time he gets the ball, he has to cut back, and do you know what I mean? All the opposition defenders have gone back into position and they defend the ball. So yeah, that left-hand side for England has to be sorted out ASAP, especially now they're going to meet some really tough teams. This is the business end of the tournament now. So no more experimenting, none of that. He really needs to nail down that left side, or it's gonna cost England big time, big time. And also, I want to talk about Jude Bellingham, man. Again, no shots on target, nothing today. I mean, I don't think he offered anything against tonight against Slovenia. Once again, he played the whole 90 minutes. For me, Jude Bellingham looks a bit leggy, man. He looks a bit tired. Nothing was happening for him. Do you know what I mean? No, he couldn't dribble. He could have, again, misplaced a few passes. So I don't really know what's going on there. For me personally, I'll bench Jude Bellingham. I know that's going to be tough. And Gareth Southgate, probably that he doesn't have the cojones to do it. Do you know what I mean? So he's not going to do it. So Jude Bellingham will start the next game and probably play the whole 90 minutes. But for me personally, I will take Jude Bellingham. I'll bench him. I'll put Foden as the number 10, Kobe Mainu with Rice in the middle, and then play Anthony Gordon, man. Play Anthony Gordon, because we saw when he came on, he played 5-6 minutes, however long he came on for. But when he came on, he started making those runs. All of a sudden, their right back was like, oh, okay, there's a player here who's willing to run past me now. Do you know what I mean? With Foden and Trippier, the right back had it easy because none of them were willing to go past him. So Gordon, I think he's definitely a shout to start the next game, just to give that energy and give that balance on the left-hand side for England. But I don't see Gareth Southgate dropping Jude Bellingham. If anything, he'll probably drop Foden, and that will be absolute madness, because Foden is Premier League Player of the Year. He's been fantastic. He plays for Pep Guardiola, Man City, and he's running the show at Man City, man. If you drop Phil Foden, I don't know, man. There has to be a way. There has to be Southgate. He's the England manager. He gets paid millions every year to figure these problems out. Yeah, he has to find a way to get that balance. Yeah, if it means playing Jude and Foden as number 10s, play both of them there, man. Just play Rice as a single pivot. Play Rice as a single holder, because Phil Foden has to play. He's a fantastic player, man. He has to play. Hence why he won the Premier League Player of the Year. Jude Bellingham, for me, he looks leggy, so he can eat bench. I'll be honest, he can eat bench, because he has not been convincing in the last 2 games. Oh, excuse me. Jude Bellingham has not been convincing in the last 2 games, so he can go on the bench. Another big shout out to as well, Cole Palmer, man. He came on, made some good runs, man. Moved some good play. What I like about Cole Palmer, he's very positive. Do you know what I mean? Whenever he gets the ball, he's positive. He's going to run at players. He's going to run at defenders. He's going to create spaces, man. And he's got a great touch. He's always looking for the next move. Do you know what I mean? That's what I like. That's what England lack at the moment. Someone that's looking for that next move. Someone that's taking on players like Cole Palmer. When he came on, he played really well. He played really well. Again, that's going to give Gareth Southgate another dilemma. Do you know what I mean? Do you drop Saka? Some people are saying that Saka looks a bit leggy. Do you then drop Saka? Or what you can do is pull Saka a left back to give that balance on the left-hand side. But Saka hasn't really played left back for a couple of seasons now. And I don't see Gareth Southgate having the bravery, to play Saka a left back to give England that balance. So, and still, is Luke Shaw coming back? That's another question. Is Luke Shaw gonna come back? Why take Luke Shaw if he hasn't even trained with the first team yet? Still a bit injured as well. So can Luke Shaw really come into the last 16 or quarterfinals and really put a shift in? He hasn't played since January, so again, he's not going to be much fit. I think that's where Gareth Southgate dropped the ball on that left side. He should have took another left back just to give the team that balance. But going back into Cole Palmer, he might start. I don't see him starting. I think Southgate is very stubborn. He's probably going to start with the same team again. Yeah, and then look to change it 60 minutes or something like that. Now, England, in the group stages, they've conceded 1 goal, but they haven't faced the best of positions. They haven't really faced top strikers, top playmakers yet. So, where it looks good, 2 clean sheets. On paper, it looks good, but trust me, that's just papering over the cracks, because if they come up against an attacking lineup, yeah, playmakers, good world-class striker, they're gonna get punished. They're gonna get punished. And England themselves, they've only scored one goal from open play. So um, they're not breaking teams down either. So if they go behind in the game, England could be in a lot of trouble. Could be in a lot of trouble. But they do have the players. They do have the young players there. Cole Palmer, Anthony Gordon, Kobe Mainu, Phil Foden, Bellingham. They've got all these players there, man. England should be playing better, because at the moment, the group game, let's be honest here, the group games have not been good enough. Have not been good enough. Got absolutely dominated against Denmark. Second half against Serbia were poor. And this game against Slovenia, yeah, second half did get better. To be honest, it did get better. But I think Slovenia were happy with a point, because Slovenia knew a point puts them through to the last 16 for the first time in their history, whatever. So they were happy with that point. So they just sat back, defended deep, and England couldn't break them down. So Slovenia were happy with that point. I wouldn't really credit England too much in terms of the control and everything, because Slovenia didn't even need it. I think if Slovenia wanted something, they would have put the pressure on England and probably, like, do you know what I mean, got England in trouble a few times, as they showed in the first half. But overall, another underwhelming performance. Gareth Southgate, I'm still not convinced. I just feel like I get, again, Southgate has got a favorable draw, just like in the World Cup in 2018. He had a favorable draw. In the Euros, when England go to the finals at Wembley, England had a favorable draw. This time, he's managed to avoid, I don't know if it's luck or it's definitely not planned, definitely luck. He's managed to avoid the likes of France, Germany, Spain, and Portugal. All those teams are on the other side of the draw. England are on the weaker side of the draw. So again, a bit of fortune there, a bit of luck from Southgate. So he has no excuses. He has no excuses. He's had, what, 3 or 4 tournaments now to get things right. He has to get this one right. If he does not get this one right and England get knocked out in the last 16 or in the quarterfinals, he's gonna regret it, because he's got such an unbelievable talent and he's disposable. Yeah. And he's not using it correctly. He's not utilizing it correctly. He's had the squad for like 8 years or 8 years, yeah. Still can't bring that balance to the squad. There's still no style of play. Why England? Do they press? Do they sit back? There's no style of play with England. He's had a lot of these players for years. Do you know what I mean? Harry Kane is not firing. Poor. Again, today he was coming too deep. It's just so many players that are not performing. Phil Foden not performing. Jude Bellingham not performing. Declan Rice not performing. Is this just a coincidence? What exactly is going on? But England will have to really improve very quickly if they want to get anywhere further in this tournament, because they've got a bit of luck, a bit of fortune, a bit of the rub of the green here. They've got the favorable side of the draw. Yeah, so now take the advantage. Go on. Take advantage of it. Go for it. Go for it. You could have been facing the Germans and the Spanish and the Portuguese, but you've avoided that. In the last 16, go out there, whoever you do face, whether it's the Netherlands, because it won't be easy. If you get the Netherlands, Belgium, for me, that's a toss-up there. That's a 50-50. Because even the Netherlands, they won't mind getting England, because they'll be looking at England thinking, well, England haven't performed either. They'll be looking at England thinking to themselves, well, England are not playing the best football either. We've got an opportunity against England. And then that would be a very interesting game if they do play the Netherlands, because the Netherlands do have a bit of firepower about them, and the Netherlands have a very strong defense. Can England break down the Netherlands, and can they keep out the likes of Memphis Depay and Frimpong and all these guys they're playing up front there, Gakpo? That'll be a very interesting game if England was to get them. But England do have the talent. I believe England have the best squad out of both countries, out of both teams. England have the better squad and the better bench. The only thing is, my doubt is the manager. Can this manager be trusted to make the right decisions, the right substitution at the right time? Can he select a team and put them out there and give them that motivation and instruction to actually go out there and execute a game plan? You know, previous tournaments tells us he's not able to do that. He got to the final against Italy at Wembley, scored 1 goal, sat back. They eventually let the Italians back in, and England lost on penalties. Against Croatia, the World Cup before that, 2018, England scored an early goal. Again, second half, they drop off, end up losing that game on extra time. Against France in the last World Cup in Qatar, you know, when England won the ascendancy, they were dominating. He didn't make the right substitutions. He wasn't active enough in that game. And obviously, yeah, look, Harry Kane missed the penalty, but I don't think they lost the game just based on that penalty. Football is all about small margins, but he could have been more proactive in that game to give the team a chance to win that game and beat France. Because obviously, for me personally, England were the better side in that game. But anyway, let's not dwell too much on the past. Let's look forward to the future. On Sunday, England will play, I think, at 5 p.m. The opponents they'll find out their opponents in the next 2 days when Belgium and the other groups play their matches. Then England will find out who they play on Sunday at 5 p.m. But it should be interesting. Gareth Southgate's got a few more days to chill, get on the training ground, work at the system, and also try and bring some balance to that team so that when England come out on a Sunday, they're prepared and ready to go. Because now there's no more chances now. No more experimenting, no more none of that. This is the real deal now. This is the business end of the tournament. Now this is where you handle business. You've been poor in the group stages, but fortune favors, fortune favors the what? Nah, they're not braver too. I was gonna say the wrong word. You've been lucky enough to get the favorable side of the draw. Yeah. So take advantage of that. Go for it. Take off the handbrakes, man. Play your best players in their best positions and let them go thrive and make the substitutions at the right time. Do you know what I mean? At the right time. Don't be so boring. Like, come on, be a bit dynamic, be a bit unconventional, do something different. Don't do the same old subs. A midfield, a center back for a center back, a central midfielder for a central midfielder. Try and tweak your tactics as well in game. Like Gareth Southgate has been criticized for his in-game management, and he has not improved. And I feel like this is what's gonna cost England at these tournaments. They're not gonna progress, not because the players are not good enough. I feel it's because the in-game management or the manager and his tactical knowledge is just not up to standard for the level needed for England to win this competition. So this was it, guys. Let me know what you think. How far do you see England going in this tournament? Be honest, let me know in the comments. And yeah, man, listen, I appreciate for watching these videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This was your boy Enzo on EMGM Sports post-match reaction, England versus Slovenia. I'll be back again on Sunday after the game when England play in the last 16. Until then, see you guys soon. Peace.